Hello guys, today I'll be teaching you how I draw my simple vector landscapes on Sketchbook. Let's get right into the app. So firstly, what I begin with, I create a new canvas. I'm gonna be using 2000 by 2000. It's gonna be a square. Then I start by changing the background color to blue. I'm gonna use a single hue. I'm gonna use this part of the color wheel, just blue. It's gonna be a blue scene. Then the first layer, I usually don't use it, so I'm gonna put the color label as gray, ash. And I create the first layer on top. I'm gonna use that to draw my foreground. I use the lasso tool. I'll just draw something simple here. Add some, okay. Then I fill this up with a very dark shade of blue. This seems good enough. And I use the flat filled in, solid fill. Below this layer, I'm creating a new one. That will be the midground. Using the same lasso tool, the same way, just draw another. Fill this one in. I will just adjust here of the color wheel and reduce it, make it a little lighter. Fill this in. Below this again, the background. And that'll be the last since I don't want something too complex. Use the lasso tool again. And I'm gonna fill this one in also. Same way I did for the last one, I adjust this up, make it a little lighter. Fill this in. Okay. Now this is it's not straight hard. And below this, I am going to make a gradient fill. I made a mistake. It's meant to be a multiplier layer first. You'll notice the difference. When it's a normal layer, it just blocks out this background. But as a multiplier layer, it gives it the gradient effect I want, like this. So I'm gonna leave this part of the gradient as white because a multiplier white is basically transparent. Then here I'm gonna make it the same color as our foreground. Okay, just like this. It's gonna be a starry night scene, like stars in the sky. Okay, we're done with this. Then let's do this. Between the foreground and the midground, I'm gonna create a new layer. I'm gonna create a new layer. That's this layer. Using the airbrush tool, I'm gonna use the flow airbrush. Make it color very light. Increase the size. Reduce the opacity, and I'm just gonna airbrush here. I'll do the same thing between the midground and the background, create a new layer, and just airbrush in. Now, above this multiplier layer, I create a new layer, put this on add, linear dodge, and I'm gonna use the speckled brush. Increase the opacity, make it lighter, reduce the size, and I'm just gonna do this. The feel of stars in the sky all around. I'm also gonna choose different brushes to give it different effect. I'm gonna use the sparkle brush too. Adjust the size so there'll be a variety of stars in the sky. Just place them randomly around the scene. And I'm also going to use this globe cross brush to give it, from distance might not be noticeable, but if you zoom in, it's actually does a lot. With this, we're basically done. Though I like to give a little bit of life to my scene, so above everything else, I'm going to create a multiplier layer again, and this time I'm going to airbrush around the edges with the same color as the foreground. Increase the opacity a bit and just all around. This draws the viewer's attention to the middle of the scene. Reduce the opacity a bit and airbrush round and round. After this, well, this is pretty much it. If you want to add a character to your scene, you can just do it in the foreground if you want. Select the foreground color, select the lasso tool, and just draw your figure. You can just draw something like this. It mustn't be real detailed. And fill this one in with a solid fill. And yeah, you're good to go. So that's just how I do this, and I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. If you like it, please, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more content. See you in my next video.